What's good, y'all? What's the Numbers TV? It's your boy Poe Rowe. Make sure you subscribe to the channel if you're not subscribed already, and like a video if you appreciate the content that Poe Rowe and What's the Numbers is I provided. Today we talking about Mazaradi Fox, a Dumb Out General G Unit affiliate. If you've been in tune, we've been doing over here at What's the Numbers. You know, we recently just dropped a real story on G Baby, aka Brooklyn's baby boy. So in the comment of that video, go check that video out if you haven't yet. But in the comments, we had a lot of people asking for a Mazaradi Fox video. Because as I mentioned in that video, the last few months to a year of G Baby's life, he was around Mazaradi Fox a lot. They had a lot of different DVD footage. They had a lot of music. They had even dropped a few music videos together. So a lot of people was asking for a Mazaradi Fox story to basically go along with the G Baby story. So that's what we're doing over here. What's the Numbers? Now, Mazaradi Fox was a childhood friend of 50 Cent, Tony Yayo, Lloyd Banks. He wasn't an everyday member of G Unit, but he definitely had the co-sign for 50 Cent to run with the G Unit brand. And when he came home in 2005, that's what he did. He dropped his G Unit Dumb Out crew, started branding that, going on a bunch of DVDs, had a bunch of mixtapes, so going down south with his mixtapes, making a lot of moves, going down south back then, which a lot of New York artists wasn't doing back then. So he had a couple good songs, The Transporter. He had the joint with French Montana, which was stand out on the Cocaine City DVD. But more people was into his character, his demeanor, his aura, his outspokenness than his music. He was very outspoken with issues that 50 Cent had with Rick Ross, with Bangum Smurf. He even had an issue with Lord Tariq. So he didn't bite his tongue on none of those issues. Very entertaining interviews. You want to go check those out. They're all over YouTube. So he's building his brand. A lot of people know who he is. He's a local rapper, but he's trying to get that national buzz. At that time, World Star Hip Hop and all that was focused on a lot of hip hop beef. They even had a site called hiphopbeef.com that Mazaradi was a mainstay on those sites. So fast forward to 2010 when G Baby gets killed in Queens at a club called Amazura. So after G Baby gets killed, a couple months later, Mazaradi Fox gets locked up and goes to jail. He gets home. He comes home in 2013, December 2013, and he basically trying to jump right back into it. He got pictures from his Instagram talking about he's working on his merch. Back then in 2005, working on merch. And back in 2014, I'm sorry. He's working on merch. And 2014 is about to be a big year. He's jumping right back into the music. But sadly, 2 weeks after being home from jail, Mazaradi Fox get killed in Queens. I remember that day because it was a blizzard. Wasn't really nobody outside. Mass transit was shut down. Nobody even had a reason to be outside. Wasn't really no cars on the road like that. It wasn't no reason to be outside. So it shocked me. It was to be like that. I got to be a hit. That's what I'm thinking at the time because I'm like, who's outside today? Like, if you want to wait on somebody, this is a perfect day to catch somebody slipping. So that's what I'm thinking in my head, but I didn't know. I don't know the real story, so I'm just thinking that, I'm saying, probably Mazaradi Fox had a lot of beef out here. Probably somebody wanted him dead. And police also think the same thing because they end up charging somebody. But before that, let me play this footage from Mazaradi Fox talking about what he was initially locked up for from 1999 to 2005. Let me play that footage for you guys right now.
You went to jail and all that. What you went to jail for?
401-25.25, which is a murder in the second degree. But it was a murder in the first degree. They tried to say first degree, which was a heinous crime, which you premeditated. But I went to grand jury and they said, nah, they wasn't premeditated. That shit happened spontaneous. So it dropped down to.
So there you have it in that video. Fox speaking about a murder that he was charged with. He ended up not being convicted for, ended up getting convicted for gun possession and doing about 4 to 5 years and coming home in 2005 when he started his whole rap career. I mentioned that case to relate it to the guy that police ended up charging with killing Mazaradi Fox. The guy that they charged was Jamal Scott, who was the brother of the guy that Fox was charged with his murder. So the guy that Fox ended up getting charged with having to do with the murder, his brother ended up getting charged with killing Mazaradi Fox. So that's what police run with. It's a retaliation murder from a 1998 murder, and he ends up killing him 15, 16 years later to retaliate for his brother who ended up getting killed. So now different people talk about it. Even Mazaradi Fox's girl gives a statement where she says, I don't know why he'd be gunning for him. Everybody knows that Fox didn't pull the trigger. He was just there. So they talk about that, the case moving forward. Now a whole year later, when it's time to go to the grand jury and try to move forward with the case, she already went to the grand jury, got indicted, but it was time to preliminary, pre-trial and all that. She gets on the stand and says that police forced her to make the statement. She was coerced. She was threatened. They were showing up to her mother's house, threatening to call ACS to take her kids away if she doesn't cooperate and go along with the story that they was given. This is what she's saying. Now, it was rumors that the girl, because most people shot at the time, that Mazaradi Fox guy, she had got grazed in the neck. They were saying that she was related to him somehow, maybe his daughter or something. But I don't know for sure, so I can't say that. But that girl who was in the car that day, she at first she cooperated. Initially, she said she was being forced to cooperate by being threatened by the police. Now, she ends up recanting her statement, and the case falls apart. All the witnesses, nobody's cooperating. The case basically falls apart, and they're forced to let Jamal Scott, which is the guy's brother, out. I mean, gotta release him. The case gets dismissed, no more murder charges, and that's where the case stands right now. And that's basically where the whole Mazaradi Fox story stands right now. Is there more reparations or consequences or retaliation going on in the streets? I don't know, maybe, but we don't know what's the numbers. We only go on what's documented and what's out there. And we try to give you all the information together at one time, so you don't got to go bounce around and get all this information from each other place. And we try to give y'all the information for you guys to read it for yourself, so you'll be as well informed as you could possibly be without being in the situation or knowing firsthand what's going on in the situation. So that's what we do at What's the Numbers. I hope you guys appreciate the work that we put in for you and try to make these videos as informative as they can be. Like I said, my channel's growing. I'm almost at 7,000 subs. I want to appreciate and I want to thank each and every one of you guys or girls who's supporting my channel over here at What's the Numbers. It's Paul Rowe. It's What's the Numbers TV. I'm just trying to build, and y'all just build with me, man. I'm out of here. Peace.